We live in a world that constantly celebrates comfort. We're conditioned to dodge pain, chase after ease, and find ways to escape any form of discomfort, no matter what. From our beds to our smartphones, everything is crafted to make our lives smoother and more enjoyable. But let me tell you the harsh truth. This obsession with comfort is actually weakening you mentally, slowly eroding your resilience. Meanwhile, ancient wisdom, especially from Marcus Aurelius, teaches us just the opposite. He didn't talk about seeking pleasure or avoiding hardship. Instead, he emphasized mastering your mind, accepting pain, practicing discipline, and becoming stronger through the trials of life. Marcus Aurelius once penned in his journal, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This isn't just an inspiring quote, it's a call to take responsibility for your mental state. It forces us to confront a painful fact: most of our suffering doesn't actually come from the world around us, but from how we react to it. If you can learn to control your mind, no external circumstance can truly control you. Yet the problem is most people today can't even go an hour without getting distracted, anxious, irritated, or overwhelmed. Why is that? Because from a young age, we've been taught to seek validation, approval, and emotional comfort from everything and everyone around us. That's why this message is so crucial. You're not here to be overly sensitive or fragile when faced with minor discomforts. You're here to become unshakable internally, to master your inner world just like Marcus Aurelius did. And that's precisely what I want to explore in this video. I'll be sharing 6 raw but liberating truths straight from Stoic philosophy that will flip the way you think, feel, and respond to the world around you. These truths aren't meant to make you feel comfortable, they are meant to wake you up, challenge your assumptions, and push you toward growth. Each one will hit your ego hard, but it also acts as medicine for your soul. By the end of this, you'll understand Marcus Aurelius on a much deeper level and walk away feeling stronger, calmer, and more in control of your life. So don't just sit back, really listen, reflect, and let these truths hit home, especially if they feel uncomfortable. That's probably exactly what you need right now. Before we dive in, I want you to remember this: you're not broken, nor are you weak. You're simply untrained. Today, we're going to change that. If you find this helpful, leave a comment with your thoughts and affirmations. Share it with someone who needs this message. And subscribe to my channel if you want more Stoic wisdom and mental strength training. And whatever you do, don't skip any part of Thysetch section builds on the last. Now, let me leave you with a powerful affirmation for the comments. I am ready to rewire my mind. Remember, nobody owes you anything. This is true freedom. One of the toughest but most liberating lessons from Marcus Aurelius is this: don't waste your time arguing over what a good man should be. Instead, focus on becoming one. Let's translate that into our daily struggles. Stop expecting people to treat you fairly, to understand your pain, or to meet your needs. They don't have to. We're brought up with this idea that others should behave a certain way, respect us, love us, understand us during tough times. But Marcus Aurelius would ask you, why are you relying on other people's behavior to find peace? Why are you giving your emotional stability away to how others act or don't act? Most of our disappointments come not from life itself, but from our expectations of how others should behave. When you let go of this, that is, when you release those expectations, you'll notice something strange happen. You stop trying to control everyone around you. You stop needing others to understand you. Instead, your focus shifts inward. You start working on your own character. Instead of demanding fairness, you embody fairness. Instead of begging for love, you become loving. Instead of seeking validation from outside, you validate yourself through how you show up each day. This isn't a sign of weakness. It's the ultimate display of mental strength. Acting from your internal standards rather than reacting emotionally to what others do embodies real power. Picture walking into a room full of people who ignore or disrespect you, and still feeling centered, calm, and unaffected. Imagine being overlooked but proud of how you carried yourself. That's exactly what Marcus Aurelius meant when he said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." If someone disrespects you, your real power lies in choosing not to become like them. If someone lies, you stay honest. If someone gossips, you remain silent and noble, because you're not living according to their standards. You're living according to yours, grounded in discipline, calm, and strength. You're no longer a slave to others' treatment of you. You're a student of your behavior. When you stop expecting anything from others and instead hold yourself to higher standards, that's when real change begins. That's when you become a true Stoic. Now drop this affirmation in the comments: "I will rise above comfort." Because the truth is, comfort will kill your potential. We're conditioned in modern life to seek comfort. We're told to rest when tired, relax when stressed, and avoid pain in favor of ease. But Marcus Aurelius offers a different perspective. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to truly live. Most people aren't truly living, they're hiding behind comfort, distractions, and excuses. They think they're protecting themselves, but in reality, they're slowly dying on the inside. Comfort is alluring. It whispers, "You've done enough today," or "Take it easy, you deserve it." It shields you from pain, and in doing so, it also shields you from growth. The hard truth is this: your potential lives on the other side of discomfort. Think about your life right now. Are you comfortable but unfulfilled? Do you feel stuck but safe? Are you doing okay, yet deep down you sense you could be so much more? That's the cost of comfort. Marcus Aurelius didn't live a life of luxury even as emperor of Rome, yet he trained his mind to be stronger than his emotions. He rose early, endured hardships, and kept a journal not for motivation, but for mastery. He understood that a weak man seeks comfort, a strong man seeks challenge. He famously said, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to love." Someone who thinks this way doesn't waste the day in laziness or self-pity. They view life as a responsibility, a battle, an opportunity to sharpen their mind and discipline their body. Admit it. How many times have you chosen comfort over growth? Skipped the workout, avoided a difficult conversation, or stayed in a toxic situation simply because it was easier? Every time you do that, you're killing a piece of your potential. That doesn't mean suffering for no reason. It means not running away from pain that's necessary for greatness. Discomfort is your friend, your coach, your test. Marcus often spoke about leaning into it, training your body when your mind screams to quit, practicing discipline when your emotions desire ease, waking early, staying silent when you're tempted to react. Every moment you choose discomfort over comfort is building a stronger mind that withstands pressure, that doesn't need coddling, one that's clear, resilient, capable of greatness. True growth doesn't come from what's easy. It comes from resistance, sweat, silence, repetition, sacrifice, and most of all from rejecting the soft life that's sold to us. Remember, comfort is a silent killer. It doesn't hurt you instantly, but it makes you numb, weak, and disconnected from your purpose. Cultivate a love for the hard path, because it creates hard mankind who can change the world. You are not your emotions. You are the master of them. You've been told to trust your feelings, to believe that your emotions are your truth. But Marcus Aurelius would strongly disagree. He'd say, if you're distressed by anything external, the pain isn't due to the thing itself but to your estimate of it. And you have the power to revoke that estimate at any moment. This isn't just ancient philosophy, it's psychological warfare against your worst enemy, your reactive emotional mind. Every time you lash out in anger, spiral into anxiety, or take things personally, you're giving away your control. Here's a brutal truth: your emotions aren't facts. You might feel disrespected, but maybe it was just your ego talking. You might feel like the world is against you, but perhaps that's your fear speaking. You might feel overwhelmed, but really, it's your old stories replaying themselves. Marcus Aurelius trained himself to question his feelings, delito, observe them without blindly obeying. He faced betrayal, war, stress, and personal grief, yet he didn't fall apart. Why? because he understood that the mind can observe emotion without becoming it. That insight is powerful. You can feel anger and stay calm. You can experience fear and still push forward. You can feel sadness and remain composed. How? By creating space, mental distance between your emotional reactions and your responses. That space is your strength. Marcus wrote, "You have to assemble your life yourself, action by action, and be satisfied if each one achieves its goal as far as possible." So, what does this mean for you? It means you don't wait for the perfect moment or mood to act. You don't need to feel calm to make a tough decision or motivated to pursue your goals. You act because your values, your character, and your duty come before how you feel at any moment. That's what separates the resilient from the fragile. The strong control their inner storm, the weak let it control them. And if you want to rewire your mind, start here. Every time a strong emotion rises, pause, don't react immediately. Breathe, observe. Ask yourself, is this helping me grow? Is this emotion based on truth or ego? What would the disciplined version of me do in this moment? This reflection turns fleeting emotion into lasting wisdom, and wisdom reinforces mental toughness. You don't need to suppress or numb your emotions, you own them. Don't let them own you. Here's the truth. You are not angry, you're experiencing anger. You are not sad, you're experiencing sadness. You're not anxious, you're experiencing anxiety. These aren't facts, they are transient waves passing through the ocean that is your mind. Remain the ocean, stay steady. Discipline is freedom. Giving in to indulgence, that's slavery. Most of us say, I want to be free to do whatever I want, whenever I want. But what many don't realize is that what they really want often keeps them weak. Marcus Aurelius saw freedom differently. He understood that it's not about doing whatever feels good, but about controlling your urges, resisting temptation, and choosing the right thing over the easy thing. True freedom is waking up early despite your tired body, putting in the effort when your mind screams to quit, choosing water over soda, focus over distractions, silence over chaos. Discipline might sound like punishment, but Marcus reminded us it's actually a gift, a path to peace. He once said, at dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. Did I come into this world to lie under blankets and stay warm? He's not being harsh, he's being realistic. You weren't made for a soft, easy life. You were made to struggle, grow, overcome, and rise. If you let comfort be your guide, you'll never come close to greatness. Discipline means saying no to the things that keep you average. It means doing what you committed to, even when it's hard. It's choosing your future over fleeting feelings. Right now, most people are scattered mentally, reactive emotionally, and physically soft, not because they're incapable, but because they lack discipline. They want success but won't build the habits. They want peace but won't silence the noise. They crave strength but won't face pain. That's not freedom, it's slavery. But when you choose discipline, everything begins to change inside you. Your mind sharpens. Your actions become aligned with your purpose. Your identity becomes unshakable. Most importantly, discipline isn't just about results, it's about respect. Respect for yourself that no praise or approval from others can replace. Every time you do the hard thing, you reaffirm, I can trust myself. And that's what true mental toughness is, trust in your own character, not fleeting motivation or hype. If you want to master your mind, stop chasing what makes you feel good now. Instead, start building what will feel right for the long haul. Train your body like a soldier, guard your mind like a monk, discipline your emotions like a king. Soon enough, you'll move through life quietly powerful. Drop this affirmation in the comments. Discipline is my path to freedom, because life's short and most people waste it. And one of the hardest truths to face is this. Your time isn't unlimited, yet we treat it as if it is. We delay our dreams, scroll endlessly, and convince ourselves we'll start tomorrow until tomorrow turns into weeks, months, years. And in that time, our potential withers away. Marcus Aurelius wasn't poetic when he said, you could leave life right now. That's a stark reminder. Death is always looming, even as we live. It's not meant to scare you but to wake you up. We're afraid of death, yet we spend our lives neglecting the one opportunity we truly have, living intentionally. We expect to have endless chances to do better, build more, repair relationships. But in reality, every second that passes is a second you'll never get back. Every moment you waste in regret, fear, or avoidance robs you of your single shot at existence. How often do we say, "I'll do it when I'm ready," or "next week, next month, next year"? And while we wait, our potential slips away. Marcus Aurelius wasn't wasting time with poetic fancy, was the emperor of Rome, facing plagues, wars, betrayal, even the death of his children, and he still reflected, grew, and acted with urgency. He understood a brutal truth. Do not act as if you'll live 10,000 years. Death is always near you. Live with it every day. So, live today with purpose. That doesn't mean panic. It means disciplined focus. It means recognizing that each moment is precious, and your time here is limited. Wake up earlier, think more deeply, speak what needs to be spoken, do what needs to be done, because the clock keeps ticking, and you don't control when it stops. Drop this in the comments: "I will not waste my life." Because in the end, the world might stay the same, but you have the power to change yourself. Many live in frustration, angry at others, bitter about injustice, blaming circumstances, politics, or the economy. But Marcus Aurelius offers the final, humbling truth. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. What does that really mean? It means you don't control other people, the past, accidents, betrayals, or failures. But you do control yourself. And if you keep trying to change the world without first changing yourself, you'll only suffer. Many believe the world must be perfect before they find peace. That's a trap. But the Stoic path flips it. Fix yourself, and even if the world remains chaotic, you'll find peace. That's real power. It means you don't need perfect conditions to grow. You don't need everyone's approval. You don't need the world to be fair or easy. You only need to own your reactions, choices, and mindset. Marcus lived in times of violence and chaos, yet his journals are filled with calm, clarity, and control, because he focused on what he could control: his inner fortress. Most people today blame everything else: others, society, past mistakes, never themselves. But you aren't here to blame, you're here to build. Build your patience, courage, and wisdom. When the world is noisy, you stay silent. When others lie, you remain truthful. When others fall apart, you stay grounded. You become the stable rock, not because life is easy, but because your inner world is strong. Stop wishing for a different world. Start becoming different. You've just been shown 6 brutal truths that Marcus Aurelius himself lived by. If you listened carefully, these weren't just ideas, they were challenges to your ego, your emotions, your comfort zone. Each one demands that you stop blaming, stop avoiding, and start taking radical responsibility for your life. That's exactly what Marcus did, not because he was superhuman, but because he trained himself daily to think clearly and act with strength. He didn't run from pain, he embraced it. He didn't chase comfort, he built discipline. He didn't try to fix the chaos outside, he fixed himself from within. And now you have the same invitation. Don't let this just be another inspirational video that fades away in a day. Let this be a reset, a new standard for how you move through life. Write down these truths, reflect on them, read them every morning, and most important, live them. That's how you become unshakable, not through motivation or fleeting hype, but through philosophy, through dedicated action, through mastery of your mind. Because the world won't slow down for you. Hardships will come, setbacks will happen, pressures will mount. But you, if you're committed, will be prepared. Calm, disciplined, free. Like this video, comment below with your affirmations, share it with someone ready to strengthen their mind, and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom every week. Your journey starts today. Drop this final affirmation in the comments: "I am training to master my mind."